Well, hello everyone. This is the Bucks Report post-game show. Packers Buccaneers is 14 seconds left in the game. Looks very likely that we are going to fall to our first loss of the game.
Screw all that calm talk, man. This was an exciting game. That came down to the wire, and I think it came down to that fucking excuse my language, but it came down to that delay of game call.
hmm God, you got to be more smart on that. I mean, there was a lane there. There was literally a lane. If they would have snapped the ball, Fournette would have been in.
That's the problem not having your center there. Your center
Nope.
Brady and his center would have had a better communications there.
When you don't have Donovan Smith, you don't have Brian Jensen, you have Josh Wells is not in. The offensive line got beat up today, big time.
We got beat. Period. They they
Well,
they
we
they started their game with this. These teams were pretty much evenly matched as far as injuries and people out and stuff. So, but Tari came back and their other guy did,
well, it doesn't help when you turn the ball over
and that's the
twice.
game
And
right there. You go.
yep,
They
let
get
me turn off my TV.
missed
It
the
doesn't help
onside
when
kick.
you turn the ball over twice deep in their territory.
Well, they turned over to they turned it over too.
In their territory? I know we picked them off one time.
Yeah, we got two turnovers from them. We got that fumble recovery and that. So we got beat, people. We got beat in a fairly even game. First half belonged to them. We kind of owned the second half with our defense, but it wasn't enough. That's all. That's how they call it.
Still, there's some players in this game that stand out. Some good, some really bad. You know who I'm talking about, Johnny? Good. Russell Gage fighting through a hamstring issue. And
Russell Gage might have Russell
yeah,
Gage might
Russ.
have been the hero of the game right there if there had been a win.
Yeah, but the running game. I mean, Fournette, what he could do, what he kind of was opportunity. He did in the second half show a little more promise, but the first half, the thing about
Fournette had
us,
Fournette had the same amount of receiving yards as he had rushing yards, and that was 35 yards.
yeah, you
So
got you
he
got to
ended up
run,
with
but
70 yards total.
but he also goes back with the offensive line. The offensive line just we have struggled the last 2 weeks running the ball.
We can't nitpick about that. The lack of our receivers, we can claim that. We can claim a lot of things. You got to play the game that you got given to you.
True, I mean they Green Bay had their issues with their wide receivers being hurt and young
The-
and stuff, and same
yeah,
thing
they
here.
finally
But
got connected with Romeo Dobbs there. Cole Beasley, I'd like to see more of him. I personally do not like the guy, but he caught what was thrown to him. So
yeah, I mean,
he could have ran his
d-
route a little bit crisper on that first down run. That when he was trying to get that first down at the end there.
hmm
But that's just he's only been here one practice and one game, so yeah, I can't
yeah,
can't complain too
I
much there.
mean, honestly, you had a better production than Scotty Miller. And do you want to leave him for the best for last, or do we want to go ahead and touch on Scotty Miller?
Well, we're not ranting to anybody yet, so
I'll let you go first. I want to feed
I'm
off of
not
your
ranting. I don't
energy.
have any rants about this game. It was a roller coaster ride, exactly how I felt it was going to be, and
hmm
I think both teams played well. There was big upsets in both on both sides, and there's positives on both sides. So
Well,
I'll leave. I'm going to leave the complaining to the chat when they get in here.
yeah.
So
Props on the defense again. I mean, yeah, they look very shaky in the first quarter and a half, second, almost the first half. But God, they clamped down in that second half and they shut down Rodgers. This defense is for real, and that's very encouraging. When you got a defense that's a Super Bowl caliber level defense right now, it's just offense. We honestly, Johnny, we look right now to this day. right now, we look like the 2000 Buccaneers, where we have a hell of a defense that's going to keep us in every game, but we can't score points.
Right, right. But that's going to come along. This is the third game of the season. I'm not too worried. We got to get healthy.
Yeah, definitely.
Uh, Todd
Um,
Bowles, I have no complaints about the way he's calling games. He went in at halftime and made the adjustments that needed to be made.
hmm
I know we're going to have some viewers in here sooner or later that wants to complain, so I'll just address whatever they come up with.
Yeah,
Um,
just
yeah, I don't think Miller's long for the team though. I really don't. Um, the one catch he did make that was a good catch. He didn't have enough butt to put it back on the ground, so the guy
no,
just picked him
and
up and threw him out of bounds.
exactly. It's, and he played soft on him. It wasn't like he actually made a hell of a catch like you've watched Perryman and Gage today.
Well, Russell
Even
Gage made the catch of the year to me, man. That catch in the end zone there at the end, that was
he
one
t-
hell of a catch, dude. He was covered. That was the
yeah,
tightest window I've ever seen Brady throw into right there.
yeah, and he took a hell of a hit too when he caught it, and still held on to the ball.
Yep. And it was a catch too. It wasn't like one of those body catches. He reached out and grabbed the ball. So
Yeah,
that was amazing.
basically just snagged it out of the air and put it in his body and absorbed the hit. I mean, that's what big time receivers do. I got to say though, even Darden, not the punt, not punt returning, kickoff returning, but just coming out there, he made a very nice catch that you know I really don't want to go on Scotty on wait for the chat, but I'm naming off people that's more impressive than Scotty, and these was young guys or guys that actually has been a part of the team for like 5 days. That was more productive than Scotty Miller. What's your thoughts on Devin White and Levante David? My opinion, Devin White was hit and miss. I mean, more hits than misses, but Levante
Well, I
David is
saw
still
him out of
freaking
out
solid.
of position a couple of times. I saw him get fooled in the stunt by the offensive line of Green Bay a couple of times, but he played fair.
Yeah.
Levante David played fair. I'm going to have to look their numbers up before I can really criticize anybody.
hmm What about that Joe Tryon though? I think he finally got to Rogers
He
on a
got the
sack.
he put pressure on Rodgers quite a few times actually. He was getting around Bakhtari there, and
Yeah.
I was amazed by that. And they got smart at halftime and used the speed rush with Barrett and Tryon there.
hmm
I saw him throw the big guys outside one time, and that got to Rodgers.
The
Um,
only thing, the only negative I have about Joe Tryon is literally the stay disciplined. Stay on your man. You're on your man. I think it was in the first quarter. He was actually covering his man and left his man to go after Rodgers. It was just an easy picking, catching or throwing catch. That I think it went to about 15 yards or something. It's like you got to stay disciplined. If you're covering the guy, don't leave.
right.
But he is kind of young. I mean, not kind of young. He's still young, but you just got to be disciplined. You got to be smart, and that was just showing a little bit of immaturity that comes with time. That he will actually, hopefully develop as a decent defensive end.
Hainsey missing the snap count was the worst play of the game right there to me.
The 2 point conversion,
Yep.
yeah.
He,
Uh,
he he had to know it was coming. I don't understand the hesitation there on that.
but it seemed like I don't know if it's something to do with Raymond James Stadium itself as a whole because Aaron Rodgers had that issue in the first half. Delay a game and taking timeouts and stuff. I don't know if it's something to do with the stadium, the
That's
operator of the.
that's just the communication between the quarterback and center, dude. I mean, Hainsey snapped the ball on the second snap when he was supposed to snap it on the first on that 2 point
Yeah,
conversion. You saw Rogers like, "What are you doing, dude?"
yeah, it's like I'm ready for the ball. Unless Raymond James is just that loud. And there's nothing like the 12th man or anything like that.
It can get pretty loud in there when you got a full stadium,
Yeah.
but they should be
So
used to
you're,
it. That's their home.
yeah, and then a lot of, in the first half, the Fox was making excuses about the heat was affecting both teams. Well, really and truly, that's not an excuse for the Buccaneers. That's their home. That's where they play at. That's where they practice at, training camp, stuff like that. Most of the time, there is sometimes they come inside, but Tampa should be used to this. It seemed like both teams kind of played. It seemed
That's
like the
easy to
Bucks
say. I lived there all my life and never got used to it. That's why I moved up here.
90
It's
degrees.
not that dry heat that can cool you off and stuff when you drink the water. It's humid heat that wears you down. It gets in your lungs. But yeah, there's no excuses. You saw they came to life in the second half.
Yeah, as the sun went down, the Bucks defense and offense, even though we had turnovers, the offense came to life in the second half. Even though it's hard to say with only one touchdown, but we started moving the ball. First half, it looked like Green Bay was the home team. They was used to the heat.
We had two nice drives in the first half, but they didn't end up in nothing.
No turnovers, penalties, just fundamental, football.
It was a disappointing game for the fans, but it was a great game to watch.
Mhm. It was. I mean, it was stressful and a nail biter. But
And it was a day of disappointing games anyway. So,
I mean, well, the Saints lost, and
oh, the
I don't
biggest
know.
one was the Buffalo game, man. That
Yes. Yeah, Buffalo, Miami. No one, I mean, not even us, when we made our prediction, thought Miami was going to actually win that ball game. Oh, speaking of that, how is my two dumbass picks are doing? I know Cardinals was hanging in barely. The other one's
no,
tonight.
I'm sorry, I was reading the chats here.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's where they practice. They have training camp. It is disappointing that it looked like Green Bay was used to the heat instead of us.
Well, I think that's what wore them out for the second half. I
The
think
heat.
I think Green Bay came in all pumped and ready to play and stuff, and in the first half they shut us down, so our defense was on the field constantly,
Oh, they was.
and
Yeah.
I didn't even see that one, Chris.
And honestly, that penalty that Rodgers threw, that interception, Jamel Dean picked him off. I still don't. Maybe someone in the chat, if you can let me know, enlighten me. What was the penalty on us that was a 5 yard on us after we literally picked him off, and we could have had the ball back? Um, Missed that, and I realized it's bugging me. I want to know what we did. If it was illegal, maybe hands to the face. What was it? Because I
Well,
remember Aaron Rodgers was in a hurry up, and it looked like we got off the ball fine, and I was confused on what the penalty was.
there's no telling. Both teams had the same
By the
amount
way,
of
Jamel
penalties.
Dean. By the way, Jamel Dean still a freaking ball hawk. He's a freaking stud out there.
He's balling out this year. That's for fact.
Mm-hmm.
I think the
I'm
best thing they
glad he's
did
got the
was
second corner.
I'm glad they got Bunting out, got Edwards in. I think it just balanced the team out and the defense a lot better.
I don't remember seeing Sean Murphy bunting
You haven't seen him
in
all
this
year.
game tonight. Yeah, he's supposed to be the third corner. I don't think he's the third corner on the team. He might be the fourth or fifth corner on the team.
How about what is it, Logan Ryan or whatever his name is?
Very impressive. I mean, this is only his third game. He very impressive. But this is another nitpick on my end. We're not the same run defense as we was last season. We're giving up way too much. Not just this game, from Cowboys game, last week's game against Saints. We're giving up way too much in the run.
Well, you're asking
So
way a lot more from Vita Vea in the middle than you did last year because Sue took up space, dude. Whether
yeah,
he played the run that well or not, he still took up a lot of space and he was getting after the quarterback. So that made a big difference in the run game. Logan Hall is starting to come on now.
yeah. I came across that on Facebook um, about Sue. With Hakeem Hicks being out for a month, do you think about bringing in Sue? He doesn't miss games. He is solid, and he is a run stopper. We
Well,
did
Sue,
clear out some cap
that
space,
depends
so
on his. Honestly, I think that depends on Sue because I don't think Sue wanted to sign for what they wanted to offer. So, and he
yeah, I
don't
think
have
they.
to. He's sitting back there right now raking in money. So, you know, if
Mm-hmm.
he either chooses to play or not play, I think that's all on him right now. JPP got a job with the Ravens. Ravens look good today.
Did he actually play today, or was he
I
inactive?
didn't even pay attention. I had 6 games on at the same time. So,
6 games, 1 cup.
Fred, Fred, sorry, bud, but I believe you now. I'm going to believe you till our next
Ni-
loss anyway.
19-1, is that on his picks?
Fred's famous for saying 20-1, 20-0.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
if we lose a game, he just counts down.
And then the
So, all right,
Chiefs
guys,
Chiefs loss.
what was your guys' highlights and lowlights of the game? Give us something to talk about here,
Yes, we
because
all chomping at the bit at a certain player we would like to talk about.
well, Marty is wanting to complain about Miller again, but I think that chew's been chewed and spit out already. We all
No,
know that.
it can be chewed up again.
Uh-uh. Fred,
Can you
what
hear
do you
me?
think about the end of that game? Come on,
Who? Which one? Me?
Fred, in the chat.
Come
This
on,
guy.
Fred. What you think about? Well, instead of yeah, what you think about the end? What you think about the delay of game? That we would have had that 2 point conversion. Fournette was going to walk in.
You don't win games on woulda, couldas.
True, just discipline and
Hainsey's got to listen for that snap count a lot better, and
yeah.
that happens with every center's gone through that. I'm not. We lost the game. We just lost the game. We shouldn't have been in a position where we had to rely on that.
No, I mean we lost the game and we kind of shot ourselves in the foot. So does Green Bay, but our defense kept us in the game.
After the first 2 games, I was surprised we won those. So you know,
Hmm.
we have 1 touchdown per game.
That's not gonna work for next week playing the Chiefs. That one touchdown is not going to win us a game or win next week's ball game.
And each game has looked like this. It's just we got to get healthy. That's the bottom line, man.
Yeah, and I mean hopefully knock on wood we'll have Donovan Smith back next week. Evans will be back. Maybe
Well,
Godwin.
I'll guarantee you this: the team we're looking at right now is not the same team we're going to be seeing in Week 15.
Oh
So
yeah. As long as this defense can stay healthy, it's going to keep us in every ball game, I believe. Except next week, I'm scared about the Chiefs, even though they lost today to the Colts.
that was a shocker.
It was. I mean, what was there was another game. The Panthers beating the Saints, but then Jameis throwing interception wasn't a shocker.
I do believe the Rams beat the Cardinals today.
Well,
Speaking of stupid picks,
I got one more. Maybe one of my stupid picks will work. What was the score on the Cardinals and Rams?
I haven't seen it yet. They're not. I'm not even on the scoreboard right now. I'm looking at some other stupid crap.
Cameron, and there was actually a Cameron Brake sighting today. Multiple Cameron Brake sightings.
Multiple
That was nice to
sightings.
see that.
Yes.
Yeah, it was nice to see that. I'll tell you another, Johnny. You're going to probably hate me for saying this. I got another player that needs credit. I can't think of his name. I'm just going to call out his position, and maybe you know his name. Our punter.
Carmada.
Yes.
Yeah, Carmada
When you
has.
should.
That was an excellent punt. The second time he got that punt.
Hmm. Got to
he
show the
got
man
the
some love.
he got hit in the end zone, got that penalty, and then came out and
Yeah.
laid the wood on there. It cost them 30 yards.
Mm-hmm. Even though he hit his plant leg, but it's run into the kicker. And I had a hard time kind of agreeing with that call.
I didn't because actually his man was the one pushing. If you look, yeah, we had a guy out there trying to hold him, right? But the guy who actually pushed the momentum into the kicker was the other lineman behind the one that hit the kicker.
Mm-hmm. I know back in the day, in the 90s, if you touched the kicker, 90% of the time it was going to be roughing the kicker. Now it's like, unless you almost put him, almost paralyze him, it's just going to run it, be running into the kicker. It's like, well, shit. It'd been nice if we had roughed the kicker. First down. We could have had a first down and everything, but it is what it is.
Well, looks like our
Come on.
chat's kind of dead tonight.
Yeah, come on, chat. I
You're,
mean, give
you're
us
dead when
your
we win. You're
opinion.
dead when we lose. Well, come on, man. Get fired up.
Yeah, I mean, this was a hell of a game. Two elite quarterbacks, even though Johnny is such a huge Aaron Rodgers Aaron Rodgers fan, it's still two elite quarterbacks.
And on that note, I'll let him sit in timeout for a second.
Did I say something wrong?
I'm not a big fan of the Nicolas Cage wannabe.
I know that's why I said that, to see if what your reaction would be.
It's been football all day.
Yep. So, is there how many people is watching right now?
I don't know. Let me read some stats here. Uh, Fournette ended up with 70 yards, 35 passing, 35 rushing. That was pretty good. Uh,
We still got to do a better job rushing.
Brady still got 271 yards and a touchdown, so that's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Cole Beasley caught three passes. I only saw two. He caught three passes for 12 yards. Short yard play. We knew that was going to be like that.
Yeah.
Uh, let me see who else.
Russell Gage, what was his numbers?
I guess I should give you Aaron Rodgers' numbers too.
Your buddy?
Aaron
Don't kick
Rodgers,
me
watch your
out.
mouth. Rodgers had 255 yards and two touchdowns and an interception.
So in a way, Brady kind of even out because Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers had two touchdowns, but he had the one pick. Brady did not have a pick, but had more passing yards. So basically, it kind of defaults pretty even.
yeah, pretty even. Let's see what.
The run game is what I feel like we're going to be super lopsided on.
I'm not even looking at that right now. Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. They were one sack. I thought they had two sacks. One interception, one fumble recovery, and two forced fumbles. They allowed 315 yards and 14 points. So they
I
did their
mean,
job.
defense is still solid. Defense, in my mind, is right now Super Bowl caliber. We just got to get healthy on the offensive line of the ball. I mean, we're struggling. We look like the team from the 2000s.
Well, we look like the team from 2022. I hate that comparison stuff, man. You can't compare one team to another like that. They're completely different. They don't. We got Vita Vey, and Levante David. They had Warren Sapp and Derek Brooks.
Right, yeah.
Big. I mean, two different teams. All the fumbles today, man.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna want to touch on. That, to my opinion, that's what helped basically hurt us. I mean, it hurt us, but that
That
pretty
was
much
the killer. the killer all through the first half. And if we had picked up some of them fumbles, then it would have been. I honestly believe it would have been a different game.
Yeah, I mean, we could at least we left two opportunities. We left on points on the board because the first time I think it was Perryman. I want to say it was inside the Green Bay 40, I believe, and then the second one was inside. I think that was right before halftime. We was inside the
Perryman had two
25 or
really bad ones, man.
yeah. Well, Russell Gage fumbled. Russell Gage had one inside the 25 of Green Bay right before halftime with like
Perryman
30
had
something
the
seconds
one
to go.
ball taken right out of his hands,
Hmm.
and then turned around the next play and fumbled the ball. So yeah, the next pass he received was a fumble again. So
And Brady didn't really go back to Russell Gage. I mean not Russell Gage, Perryman.
well,
I
you were
don't think
right.
he.
He didn't go back to Russell Gage at first.
Yeah, but
Um,
he didn't really go back in the second half, and especially in the fourth quarter. I don't think he even went back to Perryman.
oh,
You know, Brady
Perryman,
doesn't
no,
like when someone. Yeah, Brady doesn't like someone that's going to turn the ball over.
not two times in a row.
Mm-mm. Now you can
Leonard
see
played.
Brady.
Fournette played his heart out, man. The guy was in there blocking. He blocked two linebackers coming in at Brady, man. He just threw his back against them like that. I loved Fournette's heart now.
Yeah, he's physical, and his running game. I don't put the running game on Fournette. He gets what's there. It's the offensive line is hurting so bad right now. I mean, we got guys as our second, third string, left guard and left tackle and stuff like that.
Well, yeah, the lanes weren't opening up for him early on, and then they had to start going outside lanes and getting inventive with him. But you know,
Hmm.
there's Brady on. Brady's at the interview podium right now. Of
I
course,
bet he doesn't look too happy.
so Rogers had 255 in yards, and Brady finished with 271 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, I think Brady pretty much. I mean, yeah, the two touchdowns for Rodgers, but still, you had more yards, less turnovers.
We didn't.
Kind
We
of give
didn't.
the edge.
Brady did not throw an interception.
I kind of give the edge to Brady over Rodgers slightly.
Well, in completion percentages, it ain't.
No, it's
He had to
Rodgers.
throw the ball 42 times to get that.
I'll give Rodgers credit though. Don't boot me out. I gotta give Rodgers credit. That first quarter, first quarter and halfway through the second quarter, Rodgers was on. I mean, he was locked in. He looked like the Rodgers from a couple years ago until the defense just clamped down.
I don't know what's happened to Bucks Nation out here, but they're always willing to jump in and make a complaint about something. What the hell, man? You guys asleep? Did this
Yeah, like
game kill you so bad they already put the nails in your coffin? What's going on? Where are you guys?
yeah, it's only one loss. If it's Green Bay, and it's not like we lost to a team like the Carolina Panthers or the Jets. This is Green Bay. Green Bay's going to be in the playoffs. Like it or not, they're going to be in the playoffs, and they're going to be considered a Super Bowl contender. And we're hurt. We're severely hurt on the offensive side of the ball. And we still shoulda, coulda, woulda, of course, but we still had a chance to win that ball game.
Great. Now I got a storm outside. So I don't know how long I'm going to keep the show running.
Well, honestly, if no one's really on, I guess give it a few more moments. If no one's going to get on, then. All right, so let's do this then. If no one's on,
To recap,
Johnny, I won't.
let's recap the show, man.
Yeah.
To recap, we lost. Hainsey missed the snap count, cost us time. Didn't guarantee that we was going to get in the end zone. I mean, it looked like we
Mhm.
might with that lane open, but then we don't know that. So we lost the
Yeah,
game.
'cause I got blown dead.
Yeah, it might have got blown dead, but yeah, what I'm saying is we don't know if he'd have made the end zone or not. I'm pretty sure he would have, but that's just
Yeah.
speculation.
Yeah.
It looks like that way, Fred. I swear it does, man. They went and covered their heads up. Even Christopher's
Jag-
quiet, man.
yeah, Jaguars won today, right?
Yeah, against a banged up Herbert. I mean, Herbert has not recovered from that rib injury from last week.
No, it's going to be a couple weeks before Herbert, and I have him as my.
Thank you, Fred. That's what I've been trying to say, but I ain't really getting no pushback on it. I expected to come in here and have to do damage control.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's kind of just logged off their social media and doesn't want to give their opinion about the ball game. So, all right. So if there's not going to be too many people on right now, how about we do this? Two star players and two that needs improvement. Not being super negative. Two star players we call that for this game, and two that needs improvement. Johnny, I'll let you go
You
first.
got to give three because
Okay,
everybody
three.
knows Brady's a star player, so that goes without saying.
All right, three star players and three for improvement.
Well, you got to throw that improvement in there, don't you? Because I know
Yeah.
what you're trying to do. You're trying to get that Miller rant going. I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it. We already know that. Quit telling me
No.
something I already know.
um, I'll just call his name, but I won't go in detail. We all know this. But there's a couple more I've had my eyes on today and last week that needs an improvement.
Okay, improvement. Everybody on the O line.
Mm-hmm.
Um, stars. The defense. I can't pick a single star on the defense that I want to highlight because they all played well. Um, and they got the shit beat out of them in the first half because they couldn't get off the field. So that goes back to the offensive line. You got to step up, guys. You got
Mm-hmm.
Brady back there. You got to protect Brady, and you got to open some lanes up. Period.
Exactly. Okay, so
If they did that, we wouldn't have had to worry about Miller because we'd have been moving the ball without him anyway.
exactly. Yes, we could have used the run game a little bit more than what we did. Okay. Three star players. You're going to help me on this name again because I can't remember the name for the life of me. The punter.
Kamada,
He gets a star today. Um, Tom Brady because he's Tom Brady. He basically gave us a chance, wheeled us back in there at the end.
Russell Gage.
And Russell Gage, battling through a hamstring and still put up solid numbers and a lot of heart today.
In the
Improvement,
second half.
or second half, yeah. Well, he actually made some good catches in the first half too, so
Not so much.
more than the second half, of course. Improvement, Scotty Miller. I don't want to even go much more than that. We all. Second one, Perryman. That may be a surprise to you, Perryman. Just protect the ball. Protect the ball. That's
I
all
say
we
that about
ask.
every single one of them. Every one of these guys dropped the ball today, and I don't like that.
No, not at all. I could go offensive line, but you touched on that, so I'm going to go. um, I want to go someone on defense. It's hard to pick someone on defense though because they pretty much showed up. Joe Tryon maybe. Just some plays, be more disciplined.
Joe
But
Tryon
it's
had a hell of a game, man. I wouldn't call it. He'd be one of my stars of the game, actually.
well, if that's the case, I may have to just pull a page out of your book and just go offensive line because offensive line, whew, we need to healthy. This is we're Brady is doing the best he can with what he's got, and it's just one touchdown a game and a field goal, two field goals is not going to cut it.
Hold on a minute. I got one specific name I can call on offensive line. Let me find it. I gotta find it.
Shaq Mason.
No, I said on offensive line. Oh no, Shaq did okay. Well, I got the wrong chat.
Bing.
Yeah, always. That thing never shuts up. Uh, Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Jameis Winston still throwing interceptions like how he bakes turnovers. I throw a little Saints gag in there just because.
come on. How far back was that?
And you know what? Suck up. I mean, he didn't have too many opportunities, but he didn't miss. That's the main thing. You don't talk about a kicker until he missed. He didn't miss, so suck up. I mean, good job. I mean, you and the special teams was pretty impressive today. Special teams and defense was the highlights of today's ball game.
Right. I'm still looking.
Nah, that's fine. I mean,
Olson.
but
No, not nope. Wrong.
not. Yeah, he's tight end, I believe. I don't think he played
No,
today. I think
Olson.
he.
Never mind. I was complaining about Olson, Greg Olson.
Oh yeah, the announcer for the game today.
I can't complain about Darden in the return game though.
Follow your blockers. Is it that hard to follow your blockers and?
No.
Uh,
I figured Darden out. Oh, Walton, the line Walton, number 73. That's the guy I've had a problem with.
yeah, left tackle, Donovan
Yeah,
Smith's replacement. Yeah,
yeah.
but he was the
Well,
one that.
third placement. He's the third man, so he's a third
Yeah.
stringer in there. So I can't complain too much because he's a third stringer. But do your job, man.
Yeah, that's the one that
Darden,
has.
I figured out Darden's return problem. When he stopped and was looking around the field, he was looking for a hole. That Devin Rashad White has much better vision. I think that's
Hmm.
Darden's problem is his vision. He doesn't see the gaps or the lanes, and it takes him a minute to respond to them. And that minute kills you when you're playing a return man.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think I've seen Rashad White out there today.
He
I don't
was.
believe he was.
Yep. He brought back the first punt return, and he got back out. He got it at the 3 yard line and brought it back out to the 22 or 23 yard line.
Was that in the first quarter? 'Cause I missed part of the
Yep.
first quarter today. Okay,
Yes.
that's probably why.
No hesitation. He hits the hole.
Yeah, it's not stopping and tap dancing around, looking around. It's like, go. I mean, I respect someone like that that's just pedal to the metal. If you run into your wall, you run into your guy, run into someone else, it's fine. At least you're trying. You got vision and stuff. But Darden, it's like, stop, look around, let's tap dance for a second, and then try to make something happen. It just doesn't work like that.
No, don't. But he did. He redeemed himself a little bit with that catch, but it was one
Hmm.
catch. It was one catch. How much redemption? And we still lost the game, so can't redeem him that much.
No, not really. Do we want to touch on the Do we want to touch on the call that Byron Leftwich, the flea flicker?
That was a desperation move, dude.
You think so? Because we was having trouble getting big chunk plays.
Yep. Because remember, Byron might call it, but Brady
Hmm.
can always overturn it.
Oh yeah, and Brady does
So,
most of the time.
and whatever he saw at the line, he thought maybe he needs to try that. So
Did you see the look that Brady gave Scotty when he dropped that ball?
I saw the look Brady gave every freaking receiver when he dropped the ball. He wasn't even happy with oh shit Cole Beasley when he didn't catch the ball in the proper angle and continued through the route.
Yeah, he stumbled like 2 yards short of the first down on a third down play. Yeah, but he got to understand he's only been there for like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah,
So.
I get it, but that's the whole problem. Like I said, the team we're looking at today is not going to be the same team on the field week 15.
Hmm.
So be patient. You never know what happens.
Once we can start getting healthy on the offensive line and get some receivers
Just
back,
offensive line.
offensive line and receivers.
Jason Ben's in the chat today. He's trying to tease you, Jason.
Hmm.
Well, any other questions? Anybody got any more statements? Ben, you got any more statements? Can you say hi to Jason?
If not, you want to do quick thoughts on the Chiefs? I think is it Sunday night or Monday night we play
Well, I'll
the
do a
Chiefs?
little rundown of the games as they stand right now.
Okay.
I haven't kept up with it. I kept up with it early, but after the Bucs game, I lost track of everybody. Um, Browns, of course, over the Steelers happened Thursday. The Titans beat the Raiders. Bengals won against the Jets. Bills lost to Miami. Eagles won over Washington, which was a no brainer.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles look legit. The
They look
Eagles
scary.
are legit, dude.
They're scary.
Uh, Kansas City lost to the Colts. That was a shocker.
Yes, it was.
The Bears eke one out over the Texans, two evenly matched losers.
Dumpster
Uh,
fires.
Saints lost to the Panthers. So, what's his name? He's got his first win, right?
A Baker Mayfield, yeah.
Baker Mayfield against the Saints too. So that's not a bad win.
Mm-hmm.
The Ravens destroyed the Patriots, and the Lions lost in the last. Oh God, I'm sure you've heard Alex Loosemore rant about that, and I'm going to make sure on the game on Thursday night we're going to get some more of that rant.
Yes, I want to hear this.
Yeah, Ben. Did the Falcons win, Ben? Now I got to wait 30 seconds for it to hit the damn chat. Because I had the Falcons also. I think we all did, didn't we?
I think so. I think we all caught. Who's the Falcons playing?
Seattle.
Yeah, we all picked Falcons. Except Anthony. He had Seattle.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Cornett.
Answers.
Yummy boy. Ben Cornett, give me an answer there, buddy. Did the Falcons win that game? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Ben. And John, if you're listening, John Lyons, gotcha. 27-23. Good score. Good score. Okay, so that's all I have right now. And the Bucks lost to the Packers.
And you said that the Rams won.
The 49ers Denver game ain't on yet, is it?
I think that's tonight, I believe.
Okay, let me fix my thing here real quick. I only had the one that I didn't have written down. Rams over Cards was a win.
Damn. I thought maybe the Cardinals would win. Oh well.
You were pretty adamant about it.
Yeah, I mean, just Stafford and them hasn't been looking that good, and they still, I think they were in the third quarter. It was only 13-9, so it wasn't like they was blowing them away in the third quarter. I don't know what the score was, but I was kind of semi right for about 3 quarters, and I guess it went to hell in the handbasket after that.
You know what semi right is?
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
Still a loser.
Still a loss, yeah.
Yeah, we know the Jaguars beat the Chargers. That was sad. It hurt to see Herbert out on that field, but
Yeah,
it
I had
really did.
Chargers in that game.
Yeah, well, Herbert was so hurt from that last game that there was no way he was going to pull out no miracles. Uh, any predictions for tonight's game? Oh, we've already made our predictions. Anybody on the chat? Yes, the Oilers won. Jason, the Oilers did win. Yeah, the Titans won anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So far in my picks, I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, So eight. I got 8 wins right now. So
I think I got 7.
what are you sitting at, Ben?
Let me see what I'm at right now.
You and Marty picked the same teams again?
I hope not.
What are you saying? You hope not. At least Ben didn't pick the Cards over the Rams or Denver over the Niners.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. That the Raiders did not look very good at all. Um, I don't get what's going on. It's still early in the season. They can have
I,
a rebirth like Bengals did last year. You remember, I just watched our show from the prior year, and everybody was trashing the Bengals this time of the year. That was in preseason last year when we were talking about the Bengals. Everybody on the show was trashing the Bengals. We couldn't have been more wrong.
mm-hmm.
So
Man.
we're tied then. Okay.
Yeah, I got 7 wins too as well.
I already heard Alex complaining about he only has like 4 or 5 wins.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you get for going out on a limb like that, Alex.
I think
I actually
what
thought me and Alex were picking pretty much together.
does it sound like me and you got the same win total right now? What, 7 apiece?
I got you and Ben, yeah.
No, me and you. I
No,
got
I got
7.
8.
8. Okay, I got 7.
No, I said Ben and me have the same.
Okay. Yeah, I got 7 on my
No,
game behind.
don't loop me in with you, loser. Oh, there we go.
Got it out.
Got it out. Get my spit can out here.
Okay, do we want to give quick thoughts for Chiefs? But is it Sunday night or Monday night we play the Chiefs?
That's a week from now. I have no clue. You're gonna try to make me go look up the thing. Let's do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Not no more.
Nope. The
I think we're still in the records are wrong though.
Yeah,
I
we're
can't use
still
that.
we should be still number 1 in our division. Because
The Saints took a
Saints,
Saints took a loss today, so yeah.
yeah, Saints are 1 and 2. They're below 500. Yeah, I heard something about him stealing 5 million from. Well, what actually he stole it from? A welfare or something?
Didn't mean to bore you, man.
I didn't sleep well. Sorry. I think it
Yeah,
was welfare or something. That there's a
Trey Lance
conspiracy.
there. He's out for the year. I just making sure I ain't got anything that I haven't showed already.
No kids, no wife, no starting wide receiver, no backup. He lost today, but it wasn't on him.
Should be actually ashamed of themselves though, because they played all their starters. Just their rookies aren't haven't got it together yet. They seemed to get it together today, though, didn't they?
Yeah, for sure.
Dobbs had a great day. If you have Romeo Dobbs in your fantasy lineup, you did pretty good.
Hmm.
Oh,
I wonder. You know what? I'm going to throw just a random thing out there. I'm going to throw it against the wall and see if it gets. Hopefully, it'll stick. What is the chances now that Brady gives Gronkowski a call? 0%, 10%,
0%.
0%. I'll
Why are
give it
you
about.
going there, man?
I don't know. Just I feel like
He'll give him a
the
call
more
kind on his shoulder.
I'm about to say more that they struggle on the offensive line. I think there's like a 10% chance or maybe 15% chance he may give him a call
No.
Sunday night. Thanks, Ben.
Just to block, maybe just to block because
Yeah.
Gronk is done, dude. I've I don't know how many times I have to reiterate this. I guess for people who haven't taken those kind of injuries, they'll say, "Oh, we could still come back." No, he's been taking those injuries for his entire career.
Yeah,
I mean, his
ribs and
first season out, he broke his arm. All right, come on. His back injuries. Now the rib with his lungs and shit. Those
mm-hmm.
those aren't things that you just want to keep doing to yourself, man.
No.
All right, he's enjoying the party life. He's enjoying what he's doing now. Let him. He's made the money. Let him enjoy it.
I just wonder. I was just had a gut feeling later on this season if they're struggling. You were going to probably hear something in the media, be like, "Oh, Brady reached out to Gronkowski." I just
If
feel
you
like
see
that's
anything,
brewing.
it's more likely that they would look at Sue before they look at Gronk right now.
We need. I would like to have Sue back just because what we touched on earlier. In my opinion, we.
We still don't need him. Still the top defense in the league.
I mean, yeah, true, but we're definitely not the same run defense like last season.
Well, we can't always be the same.
True. I mean,
It'll probably get better by the time the season, mid-season, and or by the bye week. We're going to be okay.
and more reps you get to Logan
I mean,
Hall,
we're
though.
not hurting, dude. It's not like we're hurting now. If we can hold on through these first 4 or 5 games,
Hmm.
we're good to go because then the schedule gets so much easier, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it really the the next tough game for us is next week, and then I think we have a stretch of like 3 or 4 games where it's Falcons or Panthers and I don't know if it's the Jets. I
They
think
just
our
better not have a
honestly,
letdown with any of these teams because
yeah,
they will bite you in the ass if you do.
yeah. I mean, I think after the Chiefs, I think our next big opponent's going to be the Ravens Thursday night.
That's going to be a problem.
Lamar Jackson's going to be a problem.
What are you worried about? His arm or his legs?
His legs.
You better worry about his arm. He's been playing out of the pocket a lot, and he's been accurate as hell.
Yeah, when he rolls out though, it's like you don't know if he's going to run or fast. So it's like
Yeah,
just Lamar God, what's his last name again? Lamar
Jackson.
Jackson, brain dead. And he just scares me in general. The man's like a freaking cheat code, a walking cheat code.
The good thing about that though is their defense isn't what it used to be. It's not scary right now,
No,
and I would like to get them out of the way before that defense does come together and does get scary.
yeah, so they can beat up on the AFC.
And they've
I
been
mean,
taking they've been getting the takeaways a lot. We didn't get a scoring touchdown today. That really bums me out because we were leading in scoring touchdowns there for a while. On
hmm
defensive touchdowns.
but you know what? In the NFC in general, there's not too many. Right? Yeah,
Uh,
I couldn't think of his last name. Went
Jamar
completely brain
Laxon.
dead. Laxon, yeah. But in the NFC, I mean, we got really the top teams in the NFC is the Bucks. I hate to say this, the Packers and Rams is like just to me, it's the three elite. I don't know if you want to throw the Cowboys. I don't know if you want to throw.
I throw
Uh,
49. I'm throwing 49ers
oh
in there.
well, Philadelphia, maybe Philadelphia. I don't know about 49ers just yet. I'm not buying into that just at this moment. It can change week to week, but
I'll take
am
the
I
change then if you're not buying into it. I will.
right now? I'm going to put Bucks,
They've only been doing
Rams.
it for 5 years straight. I mean, they had a 7 game streak against the Rams, dude, and they've got their general back. He's not going to dazzle
Jimmy
you, but
G.
he's
He,
not going to
he,
dazzle you, but he's going to win games. You're going to
hmm
see a lot more of Samuels in there. Debo Samuels in there again. Um, you can't discount the Niners, dude. Um,
I just I just can't put them in top tier right now. Now that what I was trying to move
well,
on
then
to like the AFC. I mean Ravens, Bills, Dolphins, Chargers,
Well, they can beat
Chiefs.
themselves up. They're going to end up beating themselves up, so I'm not really worried about that.
Yeah.
The AFC team we have to worry about is whoever is faced in the Super Bowl. That's it.
It's just amazing how the AFC seems like it's more superior than NFC on dominant teams.
That's because they got a head start on. They played so poorly for so many years that they got all them draft picks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then they went trading and doing this and doing that, and they made sure that they had quarterbacks in there along with their drafts. So yeah, the Rams are suffering from all the trades that they've made now. There, you can already see the cracks in their
Kinks in their armor, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, when you talk about
I don't want to
young
be
draft
looking like
picks,
that next year, though.
yeah, you talking about like picks and stuff. Like, look at all these teams in the AFC compared to the NFC. The NFC, Phil Matthew Stafford, he's not old, but he's not up there. He's not a young chicken anymore. Rodgers, old. Brady, old. Like you got all these veteran quarterbacks in the NFC, and once they retire, it's like there's not a whole lot of bright future, except maybe Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, what's his name from the Eagles, Hurts. I mean,
Jalen
you
Hurts.
still got, but you go to AFC. I mean, you got like Joe Burrow, you got Allen, you got Tua, you got Lamar Jackson. I mean, they're loaded over there. They're going to be,
Last two
God,
Super Bowl winners were where? Oh, NFC. That's right.
the Bucks and the old guys. But once they retire off, I mean,
There'll be something to
AFC,
replace them eventually. I mean, I think it's Jalen Hurts' era now. I mean, that's going to be a hard team for anybody to beat. I'm
the
telling you right
Eag-
now. That
yeah,
Eagles team, and we said it in preseason. That Eagles team is scary.
yeah, they have loaded up and they got some steals in the off season. AJ Green, was it not AJ Green? The one from they traded from the Titans. What's his name? It's not AJ Brown, is it?
Yes.
AJ Brown, yeah. I mean that what they gave up a fourth round draft pick, third round draft pick or something.
The Titans are really suffering for it because of that too.
Mm-hmm. I mean the Eagles got a steal from it. The Eagles going to be a team to reckon with for probably the next 4 or 5 plus
They
seasons.
got a very young team. They've got all those guys right now are maturing under in that system. They're gonna be at the top of the food chain for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly, Fred.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be a bit surprised if the Eagles get the number one seed in the playoffs. I just,
Well,
it
they say
wouldn't
the NFC
surprise me.
East hasn't ever had a repeat champion of the NFC East. Well, I guess they can change that now because the Eagles are going to repeat this year.
Mm-hmm. Not going to be Cowboys. Sorry, Cowboys fans. Not going to be you this. It's not going to be your year again this year.
Are there really Cowboy fans left out there, or do they just claim it for the prettiness of the uniform?
I think they just claim it.
You guys know that star is not is a ranking.
Mm-hmm.
Like a rating, not a ranking.
1 star.
You got a 1 star rank rating. I said that all screwed up, but I think you guys get the drift.
Yeah, we get it. Okay, well, I guess before we get out of here, not too long,
I
any
want you to explain
thoughts?
to me this. This is
Mm-hmm.
what I want you to explain.
Forgot his last name.
His last name is Marty. See, Ben said it's Jamar Laxon Marty.
Who knows what's going on inside the mind of Ben?
Well, I'd be afraid to find out what's inside the mind of Ben.
I think we all have to go to therapy.
What? What's in Vegas stays in Vegas, dude. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what Ben does stays in Ben's closet.
All right, guys. We've been here 58 minutes. Hope you enjoyed whining about the loss this time. Oh my God, this was horrible. It wasn't horrible. It was a great game
It
for a
was a great
fan.
game.
For a fan, it was horrible because it was just right there. Kind of how the Lions feel today.
Mm-hmm.
So
But it definitely had to feel like an old throwback game for the
yeah,
defensive struggle.
yeah. And I've seen that green in Tampa way too much. To tell you the truth
Mm-hmm.
about it, we left the Central Division in '99. So was it '99 or was it in 2000?
It was 2000. Mm, no, it was after the 2000 season. I think it was 2001.
Okay, yeah, or two maybe.
No, it was 2002. Yeah, that was the year we won a Super Bowl. And that was the first year we had the
Right.
Panthers,
Okay.
Falcons, and Saints. Yeah, 2002.
Excuse the old age. My memory's gone.
I'm not going to comment on that.
You better fucking not.
Damn it. I didn't say anything much.
You were thinking it.
Aaron
Okay.
Rodgers.
Fred, nice to have you in here again, buddy. Thank you.
Yep.
Ben,
Thanks, Fred. Thanks,
about
Ben.
time you stood up. Jason, as usual, good to see you in here. Uh, Christopher Cole, I know you were here somewhere. There you are. Nice to have you in here. And Older and Bolder, I haven't seen you before, but thanks for showing up. It'll get better. Trust me. Trust me, people. It will get better.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go tying knots on and don't go tying ropes in a knot and hanging them from your rafters. So
Gonna take
on
time.
that
We need to
note,
get healthy.
we're going to end this later.
Bye-bye.